We're in one of the most amazing places in the Highland. We're at the very summit of the Cairngorms.
We've got nice companies. We've got Joni with us and Goose. So it's lovely to come up into these habitats and have a time up in the hills with our four-legged pals. Goose is great company, although a little needy at the moment.
It's a really nice part of having a dog is being able to come out to some of the more wild places and have the companionship, and people who don't have a dog might not understand that, but I'm sure anyone who does love dogs totally gets it, that it's nice to take your dog out to these places.
But they can have a real impact on the birds up here.
Paws on the Plateau is all about helping people to be empowered to take their dog out to the hills, but also be able to do it in a way that is responsible. Our big ask for people really is to have fun, keep safe, enjoy yourself, but keep your dog at close control and ideally on a lead, and that'll really help birds have a chance to breed.
The kinds of species that are nesting up here are things like dotterel, ptarmigan, but they're all ground nesters. If you look around, yeah, there's not any trees up here. So nothing can nest up high, which means that everything's really vulnerable. It's vulnerable to predators, it's vulnerable to people.
Very easy to think there's nothing wildlife-wise up here because you can't see anything, but these birds are masters at camouflage. They're really good at blending in, and they'll just hunker themselves down behind rocks and tufts of grass. So it's really easy to miss them and to not think there's anything up here. So we find a lot of people think they know their dogs and they know their dogs aren't likely to catch birds, but I think when we put ourselves into the bird's point of view and think like a bird, there's actually a lot more to it than just getting caught by a dog. If you look at the food source and the energy that's available for birds to sustain themselves, let alone have eggs and raise chicks, there's not a lot here. So these birds are really doing a really good job with very limited resources. So we think about the dog disturbing adult birds and flushing them off a nest, so they're flying off into the sky or scampering off. That's actually quite costly in terms of energy for that adult bird. And that might happen once and it'd be okay, but if that's happening several times a day for day after day after day, that is incredibly costly to that bird, and it might not have the energy that it needs to be able to sustain and bring up a whole clutch of eggs and raise chicks. Another big issue obviously is for the eggs or the chicks themselves. If a parent is flushed off a nest, those eggs can get cold, especially on a cold windy day. Quite quickly the temperature can drop, and obviously that can be very damaging to the survival of those eggs. And similarly, eggs and chicks are then exposed to predators. So all in all, it's thinking beyond just the fact of a dog catching an adult bird. It's the impact that that has long term over that bird's life can be damaging.
So as a little reward, and so people can show their support for our birds, any people that we bump into that have fantastically well-behaved dogs that are out enjoying the hills can get a specially designed, limited edition Paws on the Plateau bandana or patch, just to kind of show their support and solidarity. Goose has a lot to say. He's very much waiting for his bandana to arrive.